You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. I have got your weekly spoilers for Monday, July 22nd through Friday, July 26th. We have got some hot stuff coming. Steffy Forrester is going to explode and Finn is going to swap sides. There is good stuff ahead. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt. We're going to dive right in with the action starting on Monday, July 22nd, 2024, which is season 37, episode 211. Liam and Steffy are very certain that Sheila Carter is a double murderer. And of course, they think this. I'm still back to the fact that there is zero evidence against Sheila except the fact that she is breathing and has a shady past. Of course, I'm not denying that. But what really irked me about the whole, Lieutenant Baker or Chief Deputy Baker taking her downtown was Finn saying, "Take her away." I'm sorry, is Finn and Steffy and Lee in charge of the investigation? Because I didn't even see an investigation happen. I just saw some baseless accusations and her taken away. Anyway, Hope and Finn are still together on Monday when he gets an update about his bio mom, Sheila. I thought it was very interesting that Finn looked like a deer in the headlights when Hope basically said she wanted to jump his bones. And yes, she's attracted to him, but her mom has warned her, stay away from him, and she said she will. But then Steffy pushed her buttons on Friday and basically said, "Come at me, what you gonna do?" And I think Hope was like, "Well, I'm gonna try to boink your husband." So that should be interesting as we carry on throughout the week. Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024, season 37, episode 212. Katie questions Bill about his relationship with Poppy. She does not like her. I don't like Poppy either. I agree that Poppy is super sketchy, but I also think Katie is super sketchy for rejecting Bill for 2 years now, and then all of a sudden deciding she wants him because somebody else does. And of course, Poppy is eavesdropping on their conversation. And Finn completely shocks Steffy when he suggests, just maybe, Sheila could be innocent. Now, this is a complete 180 from their couch talk, this past week, where she thanked him for supporting her, for choosing her, for protecting them. And now he's like, well, and this may be down to, again, Hope's influence. And, Hope wants to think the best of her dad. But again, there's just no evidence. There's no evidence. There's missing evidence because the backpack is gone, but a lack of evidence is not evidence in and of itself. Wednesday, July 24th, 2024, episode 213 of the current season. We've got Bill looking for a favor from Lee Finnegan. It's a favor of a personal nature. Now, this is very interesting because of another spoiler for the same day. Katie Logan is calling the authenticity of Luna's paternity test into question. And remember, when Poppy was going to run the paternity test, that paternity test that I've told you guys here many times does not exist in the real world. There's no do the swab and you get instant results test. None of it. Every single test you can get at the store, you have to mail off to a lab and you have to wait. You have to wait till they run the test, and they can usually run the test within 24, 48 hours, and then you get emailed results. So I'm just wondering if Bill is going to ask Lee to rerun the paternity test. But so Poppy's box was open. Lee showed up with a sealed up box and made a big deal out of that. I still don't trust that Lee didn't rig that test. She could have already had other swabs in her pocket. She could have had swabs already done and then re-glued the box. I mean, it's not hard to reseal a box. Also on Wednesday, Steffy Forrester is furious to find out that Brooke is going to be the primary model for the Brooke bedroom relaunch. We're going to talk about that more towards the end of this video when I discuss what is in the promo. Brooke herself on Friday's episode was telling Ridge, I am too mature to be the model for a lingerie line. And Ridge insists that it's cool because you still get my motor running. Well, they've been together a long time. I mean, I think we can all agree when you've been together with somebody a long time and they start losing their hair, going gray, getting a little chubby, you still love them and you still want to do the deed with them. But that doesn't mean that other people, especially people that want to buy things from you, may not, see the appeal. Brooke is gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. She looks fantastic for her age, all that good stuff. But they also have a house full of young models like one expects to see modeling for a line. But however, I will say this, things are changing. There's all different sizes of models for a bunch of different lingerie companies. I have seen a bunch of different sizes. I haven't really noticed for different lingerie companies because I like to buy fancy stuff. I haven't seen a lot of different ages of people unless it's a company that specifically has a line for more mature women. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to break new ground. Maybe they'll inspire something. Victoria's Secret, the silver collection. I don't know. Thursday, July 25th, 2024, season 37, episode 214. Steffy talks to her dad. Obviously, it's about this stuff going on with the line, and she's letting all these past hurts bubble up. I mean, she and the Logans have a lot of history. There's a lot of generational issues because it's not just her own hurts. I think there's hurts about her mom. And, Brooke has done some damage to their family in the past. So I'm interested to see just how much she digs up. But it doesn't matter what she digs up. Ridge is not going to listen to her. Brooke and Hope suspect that Steffy wants to restart that Forster versus Logan feud, and Katie is determined to find out what dirty laundry might be in Poppy Nazawa's past. Friday, July 26, 2024, season 37, episode 215, Brooke's bedroom relaunch begins with a photo shoot starring, guess who? Poppy is completely aggravated when Katie is persistent. Now, in the promo for next week, there is some stuff that is not reflected fully in these spoilers. It's very interesting. In the promo, Katie tells Bill she's getting a weird vibe from Poppy as the creeper in question lurks just past the doorway. I am still fully confident that Poppy has some role, some hand, some tie into the murder of Tom and Hollis because the motive for both their deaths is related to her. Whether she did the deed, had somebody do the deed on her behalf, something like that. But all roads lead back to Poppy, and I will be happy to see her go. I'm assuming that eventually she's going to get caught. Deacon talks to Justin and Bill. They are at Il Giardino. I'm glad to see Justin again. I wonder if he and Bill have made up and he's going to be his new favorite henchman again. So he's telling Justin and Bill that he wonders if somebody made it look like an overdose, but in reality it was a murder. Well, I mean, that's basically what everybody's accusing Sheila of, is trying to make it look like an overdose, but it was murder. So I think he's preaching to the choir on that. Hope is overjoyed, saying, oh my gosh, when Brooke tells her that she's going to be the face of the bedroom line, and then says not just the face, because there is lingerie after all. And then we see her in a bustier and garters and panties. I'm just back to that rumor that I heard about Brad Bell having this long-running crush on her, and this maybe being an excuse to see her in her panties. And again, I know she looks wonderful for her age, but it's interesting. It's an interesting choice. We'll see how it goes. Those are all of our spoilers. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.